Employees here say that theft isn't just lost merchandise. Some workers even hesitate to report on repeat offenders out of concern for their safety. Tis the season for itchy and watery eyes to runny noses. The spring season is here and it's affected many people in the Gainesville area, including myself. As I was stopping to get my allergy medicine, I ran into a father and son who are going through the same predicament as I am.
All right, we go close it. Good job. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. There you go.
Swinging while enjoying quality time is what Willie Sanders and his son Ken love to do. The hindrance during their happy time is pollen.
You could tell kind of when pollen season about to come because that's when he started getting stuffy nose and he started coughing a lot.
Allergy and immunology physician Dr. Jordan Heath with Simon Health Medical Clinic says the harder the weather, the more intense the pollen.
Your nasal steroid sprays are really going to be the one that hit hardest. The only qualm about nasal steroid sprays is they're really designed to be a daily type spray. So it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for a nasal steroid spray to get fully absorbed into your body.
The Asthma and Allergy Foundation reports in 2026, 106 million people in the U.S. experience allergy symptoms, including pollen.
The fact that they're going through it and suffering, as a parent, you kind of just want to, you wish you could kind of take that from them. All right, we'll slow down.
Dr. Heath says in North Florida, we're in the start of tree pollen season. With grass pollen next, then in the fall, you will see weed pollen. Dr. Jordan says many people use nasal sprays the wrong way. Make sure you take your nasal spray and as soon as you put it in your nose, make sure it points towards your eyes so we can flush out all those symptoms that pollen may cause through allergies. Live from Gainesville, Jasmine Oliphant, WUFT News. Even though the wildfires are being brought under control, residents are still dealing with that lingering smoke, which is causing that poor air quality here in Gainesville, Florida. Today I spoke with the meteorologist to really understand why this smoke is still sticking around.
There's areas in exceptional drought. There's areas in severe drought.
Senior meteorologist at WFT and the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network, Megan Borowski, says fires can be good, but not during heightened dry conditions. She says it's also important to conserve natural resources, such as water, and to be a good neighbor to the environment.
Don't be burning outside. Don't be using your fire pit. Even your barbecue grill is probably not the best thing to be doing. Don't go discarding cigarettes or other lit things.
Officials says make sure to steer clear of that lingering smoke here in Gainesville as they're still trying to contain the wildfires. In Gainesville, Jasmine Oliphant, WUFT News. When the workday starts, the one thing beauty supply store employee Kanesha Wicks doesn't have time for is theft. She says simply asking for help for purchasing items can go a long way.
Don't steal. It's, I don't know, it's not that serious if you go steal. Sometimes you gotta ask, hey, can you cover this for me? You might get a yes, You never know. You just ask.
Owner of Coconut Salon and Barbershop, David Daniel, says when theft continues, prices can rise and affect everyone.
It's wrong. Come on. The 10 commandments, thou shalt not steal. If it's a candy, you don't steal it because it wasn't yours. So totally is dead wrong.
Employees here say that theft isn't just lost merchandise. Some workers even hesitate to report on repeat offenders out of concern for their safety. Gainesville police say shoplifting happens on a daily basis. GPD Public Information Officer Art Forgy says it's mostly by out-of-town visitors, and cameras aren't enough to stop it.
People load up shopping baskets, whether it's at the beauty supply stores. The one thing about them is a lot of times it's smaller items, and they're able to carry those out of there in pockets, in backpack, in their hands.
Workers here say there's no need for all that. The message is simple. Don't steal, just ask for help. People come here to search for opportunities in the United States. And for Daniel Davis, his search led him to Gainesville to build his career on what he loves most. At 17 years old, David Daniels' life changed unexpectedly. He grew up in the Virgin Islands, and he never thought being a barber would become his career.
You leaving an island to come to the States, as a young man, that's exciting because it's opportunity, The lows is the struggle.
For customers like Jaden Ajota, a student at the University of Florida, Daniel's story is more than just clippers and razors.
We talk about the importance of hard work. We talk about the importance of, being persistent. And I think that his story and who he is as a person just reflects all of that.
With every haircut, David Daniel isn't just building his business, but he's continuing a journey that he started 1,346 miles away in the Virgin Islands. Lillian Guerra, professor of Cuban and Caribbean history at UF, says his story reflects many immigrant entrepreneurs face when starting businesses in the United States.
They are enabled and empowered to feel part of this society, and that's what drives, really, I think, success.
Daniel tried different paths over the years, but he always came back to the barber chair.
I thank God 100% because, you know, He the one who actually ordered my steps, you know, and I'm truly blessed.
And he hopes that his story will be a blessing to others. David Daniel plans to keep his legacy alive, not only in Gainesville, but also where it started, in the Virgin Islands. Live in Gainesville, Jasmine Oliphant, WUFT News. Well-known actor Morgan Freeman says in an interview that he sees Black History Month as an insult. And I wanted to see with student leaders and educators what really Black History Month means and to get the importance. With Black History Month coming to a close, many see it as a time of reflection. Black Student Union President Amira Balagoon thinks the focus should remain on incorporating conversations around Black history as American history.
Black history and the contributions of Black people is something that has been going on since really the beginning of civilization, since the beginning of modernization and whatnot. It's timeless, it's impactful, and it's progressing.
Black History Month director Madison Pender says this year's theme focuses on the Black diaspora, bringing people of all African descent together to celebrate shared culture and unity.
We have this month because awareness is not brought to Black history, Black stories, to share the struggles, the tribulations, and all the achievements and greatness.
This year marks 100 years of Black History Month, dating back into February of 1926. Students here at the University of Florida want to shine light on that history each day of the month to commemorate. Dr. Rashay J. Daniel Barnes is the Black Student Union Advisor and Associate Professor. She holds a PhD in cultural anthropology. Barnes says there is no way to tell the story about Western history without Black history.
If we would actually do the good job of teaching history as the full, all-encompassing history that is the history of the United States, none of us would need months. We would all be fully integrated into the history of this country.
Because Barnes says it's history worth visiting. Black History Month isn't just a month. Black history is history. Live from the University of Florida, Jasmine Oliphant, WUFT News. KFC wanted to take a new approach with being able to connect with the younger community, with Saucy opening up in 2024 and this location being here for approximately 1 week with bold new flavors and new sauces that you wouldn't even think of. KFC is trying something new in Gainesville.
10 out of 10.
With its new saucy concept designed to bring a fresh twist to a familiar favorite dish. One customer, Amy Maxwell, was skeptical. She's not a huge fan of KFC, but she says she can't seem to get enough of saucy.
It's like really fresh, tender, love the seasoning, just the right amount of crisp. Awesome.
KFC is trying a bold new idea. Saucy, featuring 12 different sauces ranging from chimichurri ranch, Thai sweet and spicy, to Creole honey mustard, all to enhance a classic favorite that everyone loves, a chicken tender combo, a chicken tender sandwich, even a chicken tender wrap. This location is one of the company's test stores. Brand General Manager Adam Grosshahn says the sauce menu is meant to give a personal experience.
It's a concept that's being tested to see how it builds. There's lots of things we're learning that can help inform a lot of what KFC does in its restaurants.
I ordered the chicken tenders and fries. I also ordered the taco just so I could try it with the saucy sauce and Creole honey mustard. Honestly, I'd rate everything a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I see why. The cherry became down the aisle. I like that. Assistant Manager of Saucy, Alexandra Bellis, says it's purposely placed near the University of Florida to connect to the younger generation.
We stay open late. We stay up until 2 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m. So it's kind of like a hangout spot for the college kids.
Multiple options with a selection of sauces. All options for customers to mix and match flavors to get the most out of their personal experience. Company leaders say that this store is a test store, and they want to hear from you, the customers who are coming in and trying their new dishes and their new sauces. So please, don't be shy and come and give it a try. Live from Gainesville, Jasmine Oliphant, WUFT News.